I'm Eileen Kaminsky. I live in Northern California in a place called Auburn, which is in the Sierra foothills, and it's absolutely beautiful here. I have stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. I was diagnosed de novo, and I'm in my 7th year on my 7th line of treatment and doing fairly well right now. And as you know, cancer, metastatic especially, is like a roller coaster ride. It's constant ups and constant downs. And the first poem that I'm going to read is actually written for 2 who are no longer with us. They did not have breast cancer, they had brain cancer. And I was in a video blog by Rudy Fishman, who does some amazing work for the cancer community, both in terms of music and interviewing people with different kinds of cancer about their experiences. And of the 3 poets that were in poetry episode number 46 of the Brain Cancer Diaries on, you can find it on YouTube, I'm the last poet standing. So this is dedicated to Melissa Blank and Ben North, and it's called The Last Poet Standing. Lasting longer than the rest, the final poet stood up amidst thousands of books, burned down around her feet, now ashes to ashes, and now complete. Dust to dust, sunrise to dusk, she asked gods to slip her into her mind what she couldn't find: descriptions, colors, thoughts, flowers she's never even seen, people she's never even met. And instead of bursting into flame, the room cried a storm of tears, and their ashes washed away and down the street, where they sunk into the earth, melting the soil, leaving only the voices behind with her to hold. Yet only the words death and afraid and cancer came instead. She cried out loud, "You don't even know me, yet you defined me, pleading, please, give me back my words, please." Their brilliant brains battered them. Now in their silence and rest, the fates leaving her alone to give some reason. What do we do today, now that they've gone? A child asks these stupid things. Adults respond without a clue, nothing to say, and less they can do. Yet she persisted and insisted on their behalf. It's no good to herself again. Another crumpled page atop the mountain piled high. That night she sat opening and straightening and reading, but throwing each one into the stove. Her words cremated and remained forever unheard. Her heart beat hard in her chest under the 1,000 pounds of weight. She'd heard tons of stones weighs exactly the same as a ton of feathers. Rocks kill quick, while feathers from an unseen bird float into her mouth, taking her breath and slowly suffocating the poetess. The world turned again, and written in her hand in the morning after, she picked up the papers reading only death and fear and cancer, not one the right answer. The poet is complete, yet one simple question remained unanswerable. What's there to gain by knowledge here anyway? But why choose me? In her head, a baritone voice said, "You tell me why." And then she did.
Oh,
Wonderful. Wonderful.
okay, excellent.
Thank you.
Brookshire, you're up.
All right, my name is Brookshire McDonald. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm a 2-time breast cancer survivor, 2 years apart with 2 primary breast cancers. And my dad passed on the ability to write poems, but he forgot to pass on the ability to make all the lines come out even to always rhyme. So I write anyway. My first poem is entitled Awareness. SurvivingBreastCancer.org has enabled us to become friends really fast. My hope is that all our friendships will last and last. Our boobs have brought us together, as our stories we do share over states and even countries. We come from almost everywhere. Boob survivals measured A, B, C, and D. And one of you even claimed to have been a G. Plastic surgeons try to match them up the best they can do. Mine don't match at all. I don't know about you. With breast cancer diagnosis, many questions, many options come our way. Lumpectomy, mastectomy, reconstruction, tattoos, or flat to stay. Having fallen from a ladder, my journey did endure 3 leg surgeries, a blood clot, then 2 primary breast cancers, and prayers for sure, many prayers for sure. I admire each of you as through breast cancer you go. Your struggles, courage, and strengths really do show. On top of that road you are traveling today, COVID-19 has thrown a wrench into play. Dealing with just one issue was a master feat. Each of you now has additional obstacles to beat. I can laugh with you, I can cry with you, but I can't really imagine all you're going through. As you travel this journey, not a choice you did choose, you are reaffirming my faith that I didn't lose. You awaken my awareness of how blessed I have been. And to have you as my cancer sisters has introduced a special kin. You may not realize it is your journey you do fight, but each positive gesture of yours brings to someone a promise in life. And I signed it the patron saint because that your organization gave me that title. And I also wanted to add that being a widow and losing my 36 double Ds, I thought I had lost my only asset. I found a new asset of awareness of others.
Beautiful. Very, very nice. Thank you, Brookshire. Pooja, you are up.
Thank you all. I'm a breast cancer, I don't know, survivor, patient, what shall I say? 2020 was the journey, chemotherapy, lumpectomy, radiation, but integrative medicine was the lifesaver for me. All the things that I'm learning is definitely helping me recover without the medicine. And poetry is a therapy with words. So thank you so much for giving this opportunity. And my poem is, the title is Peeling Equals Healing. Hey you, who me? I keep peeling each layer of my life's experiences. I keep learning. Little me love to be in the bubble of my family, my friends, my school, and my hometown. I got stronger at heart. Time came to give my heart away, and with that, leave my bubble too. This young lady was ready to step in a new home, new country with confidence. For years, I worked hard to meet ends meet, and I made home a heaven on earth. Then I was ready to welcome a new life in the world. What a bundle of joy my boy is. My baby boy made me a proud mom. Life was going good, helping others and being a good, conscious world citizen. Who knew the peeling would now be done with a sharper knife? My body and my soul were cut into pieces. A cancer diagnosis followed by a pandemic. Double the trouble, double the learning. One more year has gone by. 365 days of peeling and learning. The pain equals gain. The more layers I peel, the more I learn. The more I get closer to nothing. I ask, is that nothing everything?
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you.
Very nice, Pooja. Eileen, we're going to come back to you for your second.
Okay. This poem is called It's Another Thing Now. I'm willing to stand in gentle rain as the pink sun sets, but not to stand in a storm of sorrow and regret. I used to own all the cloudless blue mornings still to come before I knew my darkness could yield to the sun. It's another thing now. I'm willing to see the sea sparkle in my love's blue eyes, but not to shield my own for fear of drowning in life's demise. With honest hearts, I will share the depths of my pain, but with doubting minds, I've no time left to explain. It's another thing now. I once slept deep, cradled in his willing arms to rest, yet tonight I'm alone, another hospital guest. For warmer climes, I'd give my body to science, to have a chance for a single night, slowly dancing in silence. It's another thing now. My time is limited and the days run late, and I'm too busy netting butterflies to follow hardened dates. There's no time to waste on those who demand plans written in pen. But long ago, and once upon a time, I had a calendar without end. But it's another thing now.
I'm Michelle from Kensington, New Hampshire. I wrote this yesterday, actually, while I was at work, so I could join you all. I used to write poetry like in high school and college, and I still sometimes do it. For me, I like always write them quickly. It's just like a thought comes into mind and I just go with it. So I wanted to join you, so I wrote this. It's called If I Eat My Broccoli. I can see a light, only a small tunnel, black on all sides, squeezing me in. If I run, if I can do push-ups, if I can meditate, if I can eat broccoli, will my body defeat? Will my mind let go? Will I escape those tiny cells that tried to take my life? Today, I don't know. Today, I feel good. Today, I am grateful. Today, I am scared. Maybe tomorrow I'll forget. Maybe tomorrow I'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'll be 80 and wear purple and watch my grandkids and look back and say, remember when those crazy cells tried to take me away? 3 cheers for broccoli.
I love it.
Yeah, very nice. Brookshire, you're coming back up with your second.
Okay, I remember this little ditty I had heard years and years ago, and it really doesn't have a thing to do with my poem, except that it's what got me started thinking about my next poem. So 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits a dollar is the little ditty that kept coming to mind. And now my poem is Grateful. I once wrote an essay entitled My 3 Tits. Now I'm inspired to write a poem to it. Most of you are quite aware of breast cancer I had in my tube, which has made me express more compassion and love for you. This year marks cancer anniversary of number 17. Through each of those, I have been blessed during the days in between. You are in my prayers every night of the week, as on your journey, peace you do seek. To have found a new asset of awareness of others has been a true blessing from my sisters and brothers. I am grateful beyond all of this in my life that I didn't have the 3rd tit to bring me added strife.
Very nice, Brookshire. Thank you. Dawn, you're up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dawn Oswald, and I'm actually from San Antonio, Texas. Breast cancer, the first time in 2008, came back in 2018. I'm now stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. Actually had a doctor's appointment today, and everything is stable. I wrote this poem a couple weeks ago. And I wrote this poem to help other people because the first time I had breast cancer, like I said, in 2008, craziness. You didn't know how to relax. You didn't know what to do. But over the years and me having breast cancer again, I learned to relax, not to have so much anxiety. I find what gives me peace, and I think about that until the doctor tells me what is wrong or what is not wrong, which today nothing was wrong. So very happy about that.
Hey.
Yeah. So my poem is titled The Blue Waves. As I stare into the blue waves, I fear nothing. The beautiful blue waves take all my thoughts away the cancer goes. The little bit of time I stare into those blue waves, I am at peace. I am beautiful. I am strong. I can do anything. Oh, beautiful blue waves, stay with me forever so I can be at peace. Is it possible? Yes. When you're down, take a deep breath and remember me, the blue waves. Dream of them and let them take away your pain. For I am here to wave at you. Just breathe and think of the blue waves. Stare into the space and think of the beautiful blue waves. Let your thoughts go. Let it take your cancer away. Stare into the blue waves and fear nothing.
Oh, good.
Oh. Very nice, Dawn. Thank you.
Very nice.
Eileen, we're bringing you back. Why don't you do a couple?
Okay, so I'm actually going to read one I wrote about a week and a half ago and a poetry prompt. And the prompt was, I am from this time of COVID. And so here's the poem. I am from this time of COVID. I am behind a mask from this time of COVID, when smiles moved from our mouths to our eyes and faces and gave away nothing about intention. Thieves and pastors, warriors and workers, all became indistinguishable. I am isolation from the time of COVID, when I already understood the words alone and silence and lockdown. My body so thirsty for a drink of a hug and the warmth of a kiss as it cools on my cheek, leaving the ghost of its memory. I am immunity from the time of COVID, when systems of this fragile body and of this broken down earth trembled with the fear of demise. Like a thief, disease came by every house, turning each handle, hoping to find an unlocked door to quietly enter and steal our last breaths. I am from the hospitals in the time of COVID, when responders to the calls of those who lost their breath and could not speak came to hang from tubes. Like infants born too soon, incubated and unable to bond to Mother Earth and this human race on the edge of death with every mother's worrying, hoping for a doctor or a nurse to say everything is going to be okay. I am the mutation in this time of COVID. An injection cannot fool me, for I will keep you behind a mask, isolated, without immunity, and in despair. Don't be alarmed by me. I'm here alongside Darwin to break the frail and leave the fittest intact. And I am hope from this time of COVID, and hope never lies and never dies. And I can unchain us from the fear, the uncertainty, and the mutations. Hope will enter your souls and open the locked doors to let the gentle breeze of life inside. Hope comes from your hearts, removes your masks, and finally, I will hold you forever and kiss your sad face, returning the stolen smiles and leaving you in the warmth of my grace. Okay.
Keep going, Eileen.
To go with the hope metaphor, this one's called Hope Beams. Hope beams brightly like lemons, yellow with all of the sun. Trees aching with sour bliss, somehow finding happiness in the dew left by its acid kiss. Long before we arrived, all the light found a single branch. I took my hand, having the entire universe right in my palm. Mystery peels back the misery, replaced by heat and the scent of innocence. Delighted by impossibility, I come forward to bear witness to pure truth, belief in the chemistry tested and drawn from within me, draining water now inside where floats my will. I smile with healing light, so I'm told, my mass, all my blood in a chalice, quenching a thirst to pass all the tests. So I dress like a goddess, secretly becoming more, but less than something I knew before. Born safely here in a nest, like a newborn red robin, cracked wide open, leaving a blue speckled crust. My shell belies the crisp spring air that I breathed in and out, still miraculously, all these tasks, unconsciously sympathetic. My heart, my lungs, filled with hope for any cure. So cut me open, it's free. Anonymous files stored away alphabetically by a steady hand. Surgeons can fix anything and sew me up from the edge. And hope renewed miraculously. Singly, we file out into the street of white, where we become one line. Our years walk toe to toe, heel to heel. My turn will come eventually, like everyone's. Where does the line end? In shreds of curled ribbon, ripped against a scissors edge. In colors I wouldn't choose. Yes, we're listening. Our ears to the wall without the next answer. All of us fail and fall. Yet there's hope for truth. Every green springs again, every blue goes black, every white wing flies, every hell finds heaven again. Our cheeks absorb all the tears, our heads defend all the rain, our mouths reject all the words, our bones crack all the power, our skin, all the scars, our hands open, and the love, our wallets empty, all the hope, the gamblers and the monks, the grifters and the punks, laugh at the boundaries of who you are and I were now, connecting us to switch on our heart lights. The same power to know my soul existed before I rode this train, crossing borderless countries, aimless and naked, alone and afraid, breaking into my body, stealing my baggage. My bones are in steerage. I'm nobody anymore, but a body to tear at until I'm empty of anything of value at all. As a pawn of the dead, a pawn of this life, for what I deplore and what I defend, myself against the punchline, bereft of the joke. It's no longer funny, but simply strange, not hearing any laughter. To climb out of the broken windows of pain without a ladder, we're locked up in attics, unpacked and restrained. Open the boxes, let the air inside, sweep away the must, find the moths where they hide, watch the memories fly by. That's who we once were, above all your heads, circling like vultures over the dusty rafters of hope.
All right, I'm going to take the next, and the name of my poem is Out Damn Spot. It's an ode to Shakespeare. So, out damn spot, exclaimed the iniquitous Lady M in William's foremost tale. Her fears well accounted for, and the psychological toll knavishly awaiting all. Out damn spot. Out damn spot, fill those diagnosed dreams. A metastasizing growth proves every bit as daunting as the Lady M's infamous lament. So we too think, walk and talk about out damn spot. Out damn spot, when the lady somehow manages to fall into a fitful sleep. She's plagued by the nightmare of blood and death on her hands. Her dreams too are made of iron and steel. Out damn spot. Out damn spot, she rubs her hands and tries to erase. Here's yet a spot, she laments, the smell of blood still. She cries out in desperation. Out damn spot. Out damn spot, the grief, the guilt. Sleep no more becomes the haunt. And what is to become of the life we so anticipated? The anatomy of grief prevails. Out damnable spot.
Oh, good.
My ode to William. Thank you. I've put her at a disadvantage. Pam, I think Mendelson has submitted it and she can't make it tonight. So we're asking Laura to read it and to close us off.
Yes, and I will share too that Pam has specifically wanted this to be a visual poem because, as we know, with reading poetry, it takes on how it appears on the page and not necessarily always meant to be written. So this piece will also appear in Monday's newsletter with everyone else's poem, but I would like to give voice to Pam. So Pam, I hope I do you justice. She laughed with delight as I explained the Frisian of sunshine that leapt after the sparkle orbs, recognized, unexplained, tantalized, fleeting, just before the dripped again into a dim and unknown past. Because, she explained, in the midst of tragedy, facing death in its brutal, subtle grip, edging closer still to a vile, darkened fate. Life, in its beautiful power, asserted itself and claimed a right to love, to dream, to passions not yet danced. The irrepressible spark lit, embarking on a red quest, lashed to love again.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. Like
How
that.
about a big hand for all the
All of
poets?
you guys. Oh my gosh. And this is so helpful, and I'm so glad you guys all shared your voice, your talents, your innermost vulnerabilities in the form of poetic spoken word, for not just writing your stories, but for also sharing them orally. And I know we have a couple people also on the line who are here to support our poets, but I would like to take a moment, if there is anyone on the line who did write a poem that would like to share, let us know. We can take a moment to hear anything that you have to say as well.
Or if Renee would like to sing a song with her ukulele to wrap things up, if there are no other poets online.
You know what? I try to write a poem, but this is the beginning. Now, this is an inspiration just hearing all of you, but it goes like this. It's short, but it's incomplete, but it's better than nothing. Getting my cocktails one moment, please, from my favorite nurse, putting me at ease. She connects my port on a count of 3, making sure that I'm pain-free. So to be continued.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice.
And to go back to who was asking initially, like, is this going to be like a continual thing?
That was Pooja.
Yeah, Pusha, like, I am happy to have this be like a continual thing where it becomes, a monthly poetry read, poetry writing inspiration. And, my whole point is, if we want it, we build it. And if there's demand, like, you guys know I'm 100% in. So I would love to see this be something that we grow. And if you find it helpful, please let me know, and maybe we can work together to have this really come to fruition.